Guys, welcome to another episode of Moral Rebranding, and today we'll be diving into the conversation: violence against persons. Violence against persons. I am here with Mr. Matter Dei, the coordinating officer of the National Moral Rebranding team. Welcome, Mr. Matter Dei.
Thank you. Good to witness another brand day.
Yes.
And it's also good to have you on this program to discuss and to immediately add life to this discussion, which is a kind of life-threatening. Violence is the word alone, it's scaring. That people just go about it these days arbitrarily, without remorse. But it's becoming not just a household issue, but a global issue.
Exactly.
Yeah, but before we can, maybe go into details, we need to have a definition of what violence is.
Okay.
Yeah, violence is a behavior involving physical force intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone. The intentional use of power, threatened or artificial against oneself, another person, or against group or community, that either resulting in injury, death, psychological harm, or mind developmental. You see how the definition from line to line.
Okay.
That is not something that is sweet. It's not sweet in the ears. But like I said earlier, it is becoming a daily occurrence at homes, mostly at homes, because these things majorly don't happen in offices or maybe in other public places.
It does.
The how do I put it? It's
it's more rampant.
Yes, more rampant at homes.
It's seen at home.
Yeah, between couples.
Okay.
And, so we also look at why these things are more maybe among couples, because it's mostly among couples.
Okay, so you're taking it to domestic violence.
Yes, domestic violence. We're now trying to bring it down to domestic violence.
Okay.
We also look at other violence that happen in public places, which we had already dealt with, like that the time we discussed lynching. That's a violence.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Lynching is a very horrible, though that one is not in a public place. So now we're bringing it home. It also occurs in offices, but it's very, very minimal.
Yes.
Because of the rules being laid down in public offices. That if you go beyond your limit, you'll be punished.
Even in the marketplace.
Yes, so people are restricted.
Okay, not because they are not violent.
No,
just
it's
because
not.
They are compared.
Yeah, they are compared. The rules and dons, the moral guidelines there is now restricting them from exploding in office. Because know that severe punishment will matter to them. Some might not only just losing their job, you lose your salary.
Because of the code of conduct.
Yes, code of conduct.
Okay.
So that's why most of them, because at home, there is no kind of rules being put in place at homes. Is a kind of a free-for-all show.
Okay. That's why they show their real self.
That's why they show their real self, that's why we need to address this issue today. That even people are even doing it, it is wrong. Because, like we have always said, life is sacred.
Okay.
Yes, it should be handled with care. No matter whoever life is involved, either the male or female, it should be handled with care.
What do you have to say about people that say, I love chaos, I love living in chaos, I love chaos? What do you have to tell them?
I think that those persons, if I have to say, they need to have their brain examined, because it's not proper for you to begin to pronounce that word that you love chaos. It is very wrong. I was actually listening to a lady yesterday, yes, on an interview. The first relationship she had, or the previous relationship she has, she was being beaten by either the boyfriend or whoever. So she got used to it. Eventually, God was able to do away with the relationship, and a new person was brought into her life. I was listening to it yesterday. I said, good God, it's like, that today we're going to talk about violence. It was a very interesting interview.
Okay.
When into a relationship, an engagement with this new relationship. It was verbally bullying
The
the young man.
Okay.
But the response from the young man shocked her.
Okay.
The young man resisted not returning the thing fire to fire. He was petting her, guiding her, showing her the way. That those things, yeah, I know, that's the way it. No. Even she even went to the extent of telling us that even when the mother was calling, there was so much love from the mother-in-law. They call and care. She got angry. But in summary, at the end of the day, they got married. And the lady now came to see a new phase of life.
Okay.
That violence is not the best. There were stories I heard over times. Even if I add up to the one the lady told us that day, I saw physically where women who feel that anytime they become upset, anytime they got their husband angered, if their husband does not slap them, they don't feel loved.
Goodness, that's very weird.
Very, very weird. They don't, anytime the husband does not slap them or beat them or punch them, they don't feel loved. It's out of it.
I think they need to have their distance checked. They need a psychologist.
Yeah, exactly. That is where I
time.
think we're also suggesting that
Okay.
most marriages we need psychologists more attached to marriage counselors.
And a therapist.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You need to add that one.
Oh. So talking about this violence, what do you think is the root causes of this violence against persons?
Okay.
Even when it comes to we are bringing it down to domestic violence.
Yes.
Violence against persons is very a lot. Do you understand?
Yes.
Those human trafficking, child abuse, and others. So bringing it down to this domestic violence right now. So what do you think is the root causes of this violence against husband or the wife? Let's bring it down to domestic violence. What's the root cause?
Some people enter into a marriage or relationship with a different mindset,
Okay.
interior motive.
Interior motive.
Some could engage or see a man, they want to marry a man because the man is tall, or the man is short, or the man is fat, or the man is
Rich.
we are coming to that.
Okay.
He's rich. So you get disappointed.
Okay.
As soon as you now get into that man, probably those things were like a camouflage.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Okay.
It's like a tinted relationship. I call it a tinted relationship.
Okay.
You're not seeing the inner part of the person. That is why it is very good. That's why Oyibo called it courtship.
Okay.
Courtship is a period of reflection,
Okay.
assessing each other's character. Can I live with this man?
Okay.
Can I live with this woman? That's the time to do examination of consciousness on how the man's real character. Because you will never know a person, a friend. You will not call this person your friend until you have one-on-one deal.
Okay. You're talking about a man. Are you calling a man in the name of a man and a woman?
No, I'm talking of a man and a woman.
Okay, go
yes.
to the title. So let's know that we are doing.
Yes. I'm
talking
talking of a man and a woman. That's why I'm saying that if you're having a relationship with your girlfriend, and it's a kind of roadside relationship,
Okay.
or maybe a hotel, let me say hotel relationship, it doesn't add up. You won't be able to know how the character of the lady, and you won't be able to know the character of the man.
All right.
So when you engage in what we call a courtship,
Yes.
there should be a kind of a visit, but that visit should not be abused.
Oh. Okay.
In terms of getting some immoral act like sexual relationship.
Okay.
You try as much as I know we're human beings. That is the time you'll be able to sit down, cross the T's and dot the I's. You'll be able to 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It will give you a time to really study whom you want to marry.
Okay.
Because courtship we're not talking about your sexual relationship, we're talking about marriage. And that is where things of this nature, of this domestic, how do you call it, violence, could be avoided, minimized.
Minimized. Are you in any way suggesting cohabiting?
No, I am not saying cohabiting. What I'm saying is that a visit.
You know, some people can hide their true identity, even with a visit. You just visit the person, you don't get to know the person. Some people are very good at pretending. You agree with me? Some people are just literally good at pretending.
I agree with you.
You just see what they want you to see. And
Yeah.
when you now live with them as a husband and a wife, you now see the other side, which you never saw during courtship. What do you have to say? Do you then suggest cohabiting? Because one of my friends was telling me that, Lizzie, cohabiting is just the best. When you stay with the person, you know the real and true self of the person. I was like, I'm no fan of cohabiting. So what do you add?
You know, cohabiting is also, again, is a criminal act. Are you aware? Because it's also another clinical way of abduction.
Okay.
Yes, abduction.
Who adopted who at this
That
point
is
in
it's a
time?
man that abducted the lady. Because mostly it is the lady who leave their house to go and stay with the man without the consent of their parents, even if not both the parents.
They are
So,
adults.
yes, it's abduction. It will be treated under the criminal law of abduction. So we are not suggesting
Cohabitation.
cohabitation.
Okay.
It doesn't add up in this case.
Okay.
What we are saying is that you go to your man is man enough, he has an apartment.
All right.
You pay a visit.
Okay.
Yeah? You could go there on Sunday or weekend. Are you with me? Yes.
Okay.
A day or two. You must not carry your luggages and go there in the name of you want to test the man or the man wants to test you. No. You go there, help in the whatever the house help. The getting the house cleaned up. You can talk. Like what I used to do was that because I'm the type that I like. My relationship then was based on the ability to communicate.
Okay.
Yes, that was my style. I see you.
That means you love women that talk so much.
Yeah. Yes, you can communicate. You speak very well. Who are social. You know.
So sure.
Yes, and what I do then because I used to have. It wasn't today I started building a library in my house. Yes, I used to go to library a lot and read, and I like reading. No matter how, at times I could pick a piece of paper on the street. If you come to my house, I'll show you where I file. I have a file for them. There was a quote Buhari made 1984. It's in my file up to today.
Can I get a lesson of the quote?
He said, at a certain age you reach in life, you stop making new friends.
Oh.
That's Buhari's quote.
That's very awesome.
Yes, he said, the certain age you reach in life, you stop making
New friends.
which is very, very
Correct.
apt.
It's apt.
So, when we were young, if you visit, we used to read a lot of novels. So what I do, there was one relationship I had, and each time she comes, I just go, mostly magazine, I'll just go to my desk and give her a copy. She'll be reading, I'll be reading.
No, goodness.
And that's why today, my wife is a mass communication graduate. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, she's a mass communication graduate. At the end of the day, I think God eventually blessed me with somebody who can feel in this area. There was a day she came to my house, and she has my house key. She opened the door. I came in. My friend came in. He now introduced. He said, "Welcome." He was looking for me. What he did to stop further communication, she went straight to my library and collected them guys. And I said, "Read this while I read. While we wait for Matter Dei to come back."
Okay.
So these are the kind of relationship we should look at. It shouldn't be sexually based relationships. No, because what will be will be. Because the Holy Book says God is love. That's what the Holy Book said. It said God is love. So by that's how do you call it? Courtship will give you time. If you're a Christian, you go to church. You know what I mean? Listen to the word of God. If you're a Muslim, you go to mosque. You know what I mean? You listen to the Imam. There's something he will tell you from the scripture. Because I've already told people, morality, the Quran and the Bible are the custodians of morals, moral documents.
Okay.
Yes. So you go through it and reflect. do exercise. By the end of the day, I'm not saying that, life is not sacrosanct. There are some, at times, changes can come for one reason. But the ability to now manage this change, I would mean, is what matters. And that's how that gentleman who was talking to, who was able to handle the fiancé. I do such things. You don't talk, I don't laugh at you. But when such a thing happens, when your wife, maybe hurts you, when you look at it, find out what happened. Is it my fault? Let me tell you one thing. It's not a secret. It's no longer a secret that most of the violence at homes now have been actually generated mostly by men.
You're very correct.
I'm sorry to say that.
Most of the times they pretend as if they don't know what they've done.
Yes.
They are oblivious of what is happening.
Yeah. So,
and they are the
this issue of side chick is becoming a cankerworm to the families.
It's not a tradition.
It's not.
It's now a tradition.
It's becoming a tradition.
Actually, any man that is well-to-do, they don't have a side chick. The man is actually poor. I think that's what they like to equate their ego and their manliness. So they must have a side chick to show how well they are doing, able to cater for other ladies or strange lady. Then you get to know
that's the right word for it.
They are very wealthy. Someone was telling me that if you're a successful man, you must have a side chick. If you don't have a side chick, that means that you are poor. You are not successful.
Yeah.
That's their language right now.
I tell you, there is my pastor. He's my friend. My wife's father. At the pulpit,
okay,
I was in his church one day. Even when I sneaked in quietly, he paused. I said, while I was preaching, my very good friend Matter Dei came in. And on that day, he told the congregation that he has 5 women in the house.
Okay.
That's the wife, the first daughter, the second one, and the third one.
Okay.
That he has not been able to manage them. Then now talking of bringing in a mistress. Such things, these are the things that you allow the devil to to sneak into your home and begin to cause harm.
And they also go further to tell them that they are better than their wives at home. You can imagine.
That is how would I use that word? It's something that is you already see death coming to your home, and you open their gates, their home to come in. How can an outsider you don't know be better than their wife you courted for years and you got married to? A strange, probably you picked up this girl from the club, you picked it from the streets. How can it be better? If you want to bring in the girl, make it formal. Trace her home. I've already said it. Get her married. The law does not stop you from marrying more than 1 or 2 wives. It's more customary than hanging on the side chick. They are alternating it. The side chick is now becoming a tradition.
Yes, it's becoming a tradition.
That if you don't have it, you don't belong.
And people are getting comfortable with it.
And
even the wives are getting comfortable.
You are even advising your husband. So these are the major causes of that crippling in into the society, bringing this violence.
Yes.
That's where I'm going. These are certain things you just keep at bay if you want a beautiful home. And that's why on this program, on this project, we are looking for model home. We need to rebuild our homes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because it's from the home that will get to society.
Yes.
Exactly.
The society, that's why it's always said there's a morality. Families are the bedrock of moral rebranding.
Moral rebranding.
So all this, I know, but with time, with the level of awareness we are creating on these morals, men will always stand on their feet.
All right. So the root causes of this violence.
Majorly
is the men and lack of communication.
Yes.
Things that are not meant to cause issues happen to bring issues in the family because of lack of communications. Right now our phone has become everything. You find our couples don't communicate. They are always on their phone. with TikTok and social media. A wife is pressing phone, daughter is pressing phone, the husband is pressing phone.
Yes.
Everybody on their phone. Our phone has become our best friend. You find out that couples are no longer best friends. They
It's
don't
the phone.
communicate.
And you are communicating with somebody if you have not met, you don't know the person.
Especially they are engrossed with the phone. The men, they'll be watching funny videos of ladies dancing on a TikTok.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Can you keep
You'll
imagining
see them jingling and laughing. The ladies too.
In presence of their wife.
Presence of their wife. Their phone, that's why they go as far as telling their wives not to touch their phone. Their phone is private
But
to them.
that sounds funny.
That when I wed you, I wedded only you, not
No.
with my phone.
No, but okay, let me chip in something. You are restricting your wife from accessing their phone.
Even other ladies will encourage you, if you want to live long, please don't go close to your husband's phone. That's what they will always tell you.
That's not too good.
Even when you marry newly, even your own parents will advise you as the new wife, please, if you want your marriage to last, stay off your husband's phone. As if it's very sacred. That is just sacred. You can't be there. You can't go there. And everybody even blame you for picking up his calls.
Is it?
Is it?
Is it? Yes. Because when you were at the altar or even the traditional marriage, what did you tell your wife? What was the vow? I don't know if you remind me.
In sickness and health, to death do apart. I think that is a popular line.
Yes. For better, for
worse.
I am yours. You are
Mine.
me. That two makes one. Now, let me explain something that we need to correct. Done wrongs in the marriage that we need to correct. You are hiding your phone from your wife. Okay. You are smart. Don't go there.
They even use passwords that you don't know about.
But in the night you go to bed, two of you sleep together, naked. How do you reconcile this? And most probably, you're on the road, you have an accident. Are you with me? If you're unconscious, for maybe God will just spare your life. You're unconscious for about 2 weeks, 1 week. You're in coma. Let me use that word. Who will open that phone?
Nobody, because there's no passport for it.
There's no passport. Then you have hidden something. You are even killing your marriage gradually and introducing violence at home. By not, there is something you are hiding. Why are you hiding your phone? What is the secret about it? Like my person, the wife knows the password, the wife knows the bank account. Are you with me? That is marriage. Some people will tell you, don't tell the woman how much you have, you will do. Then why?
Yes.
Why did you marry her? So these are the major causes of violence at home. And when then there's a bottleneck and the woman is split. Though there are some cases where I've seen women who stab their wife to death, pour acid.
Yes.
No, that one is wrong.
It's very wrong.
Absolutely wrong. If you feel you discovered the man is no longer what he used to be.
Okay.
What you saw before you got him.
Okay.
That the thing is affecting your affection for him.
And your psychology.
Your psychology. Because the oath you took was that for better, for worse.
For worse.
You cannot keep malice with your husband. And you say it's for better, for worse. You are committing sin. Yes. Yes. And then you are home, you are not talking to your wife.
For your mental health.
Yeah. Speak out. When such a thing happens, what you need to do to save yourself. Because once you kill your husband, you have killed a family.
But most of the times when a word is repeatedly, it becomes bored, and people will see you as a nagging person, both a man and a woman. When you keep telling somebody, and the person you're talking about is not a child, it's an adult.
Okay.
Yeah, the person is telling him, you are hurting me, what you are doing is not good. Often and on, you are telling him this is not good. But at a point you stop, because this person you're talking to is an adult. And you're sounding like a broken record. Now they will start seeing you as a nagging wife. Even when you keep complaining to families and friends. So, at the point they will get tired.
We also look at the side of the woman. Something must have ignited that.
All right.
You go back on your own side, check yourself. Are you with me? Check what was I doing that is getting my husband angry. You check yourself too.
I see a place where this man vowed not to leave this lady. Instead of me to leave this lady, I'd rather leave you, the wife. So what will
the
you
side
do?
chick.
I'm telling you, what will you do in the case? Because right now, what is causing most of the issue right now is strange women. Those strange women in the life of the men. This is what is causing the main issue in most of the marriages. Oftentimes, this causes couples to separate.
In this case, I have no blame. I have no issues with the wife. I have to be very blunt too. I have no issue with the wife. I have an issue with the husband, the man. Okay, you are not getting what you want from your wife any longer. The respect is gone. Everything is virtually eroded.
Exactly.
And the home is now vulnerable.
It's vulnerable.
Are you with me?
Exactly.
And then you think that the best thing you can do is to bring in a strange woman and him up to the volume of, increasing the volume of intended atomic bomb that will explode tomorrow. And that is where this thing I'm telling you that will lead to stabbing.
Yes. Because it be
Yeah,
like,
the one
what
who
can
is
you
causing
do?
it.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like, what can you do? The woman will not say, okay, you see what I can do. Or the man will not say, you will see what I can do. In the cases whereby the married women that cheat on their husband, because we have cases of married women cheating on their husband, even when their husband find out, they'll be like, what can you do? Maybe because the husband is not financially stable.
No. The one of the holy books said the matrimonial bed is holy. That house, are you with me, is a temple already. People don't know. It's a temple already. How can you be? You are now making guy. Let me use that word with sin.
With sin.
No, it's not done.
Okay, having said that, how can we ensure that perpetrators are held accountable for their actions? Talking about domestic violence, this week, was it this week? Yes, and last week we heard about a man that stabbed the wife with a knife.
I think I heard about that.
Yes,
too.
because of yam. But
Yeah.
I didn't really get the story. I didn't know.
I tried to read it. Was it yesterday for yesterday?
Okay.
Anyway, the fact still remains that we need, like what you suggested earlier, we need psychologists, mostly in our homes. I stayed in Abakaliki for about 3, 4, 5 years. I grew up there.
Okay.
So I know the history. I know their history. I stayed where we call it.
They love yam too much.
You know they are good farmers.
Farmers.
Yes. And,
Okay.
yes, they are good farmers. They are nice people. But this issue of it's unfortunate that that sin has to come from that area.
Okay.
But like I told you, I lived there. I lived in the community. It was from there. 75 left for UK. I was there. But this one in question now, I think we should look beyond the yam.
Okay, beyond the yam.
Yes, we
Okay.
should look beyond the yam.
Exactly. For me,
It's
that's
not-
what I say.
It's not just about the yam.
Yeah. This hatred has been accumulating.
Yes, yeah,
for
the
a
one we
very
were
long
saying,
time.
yes. And probably that was something the woman was doing. The man himself didn't sit down, just like what we're saying, to call the wife, my love. I will sit down. What's all these things? Can we talk it over? He didn't do that. He was hoping on the strange girl. After all, if this woman misbehaves, I'm going to get
Another one,
Another
of
one.
course. There are a lot of women out there.
yes.
Fishes in the river.
Good. So the thing now got to a point that the thing misfired.
Okay.
He now leveled it, just that day, he didn't give me yam. He now used yam. Like I told you, there is something underneath.
Okay.
When a proper investigation is carried out by the police,
Yes.
you've got that there is more to that can meet the eyes.
For me, I would say there's no love in that marriage. You know,
Yes.
some of the times the marriage even ended before it began. You
Yes,
understand? There are
yes.
some couples, even their marriage, they are still in the marriage, but there's no marriage.
No marriage.
There's no marriage. You're just
I
thinking
want to please the world.
society.
Yes,
I don't want
society.
to. I don't want to be a divorcee
Oman problem
for my children.
for my children.
Do you understand?
Yes.
I think that's what happened. What baffles me is that how can you hate the person you claim that you love? How can you hate the person to the extent of killing that person? That's what baffles me in this scenario.
Even do you know, even slapping your wife is a big crime. You slap your wife, you should apologize. If at the end you should apologize.
Even a man slapping the husband too.
That one is just out of it again. Is out of this world for a woman to slap. No. In the first place, that lady in question lacked home training.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's only the man that is meant to be slapping.
No, but you could do that. It may be with a kind of let's say a bottled provocation.
Bottled. Even women are provoked.
But you're not supposed to do that. But when you do it, that I'm saying that you should apologize.
Okay.
You should get a big rapper.
And even a chicken, a cow.
And say, I'm sorry. Because you're laying a bad precedent. And moreover, maybe the children are there when these things are done. Yes. You shouldn't avoid it, because a one slap could lead to a lot of things.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, look at that stabbing now. Maybe the man, when he was going for the knife, he wanted maybe threatening.
Threatening,
I will stab you now. You know? Like when we were growing up, there was something about me and my mom, and she never touched me for one day. Sorry, my stepmom. She never beat me. Then she would let up. I will beat the child. Every time I will beat the child. I beat him. Let us see now. So the mom probably must have gone for with the wife with the intention of threatening. Probably if I bring this, the woman be scared.
Scared? How can you be scared?
And then I lost control.
Yes, and stabbed.
And I didn't know. There's a case in Cross River State. I witnessed it in Ogoja.
Okay.
Yes, I went to a clinic. I had a friend there, so I just went to pay the friend visit. This one is clear. I saw it. A man, came back from farm. The wife had not prepared the meal. Maybe I think at the Belma or nursing or something like that. The man I started beating the wife to the point that he lost consciousness. Then he was brought to that clinic. I saw this one myself. So by the time they could take her to give her medical attention, the woman died.
Oh.
So the man now ran out from the hospital. He wanted to jump inside the well. They say it's a lie. No. He
must be accountable.
They heard him.
Okay.
I saw this one.
Now, has he eaten the food?
He didn't eat the food. That's why I tell you, you see, you have lost everything. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you another implication of this violence that leads to deaths. You are looking at the immediate cost, but the everlasting scar is there. Let me tell you. You know, I'm sorry to say this. If the man eventually goes to prison and come back, okay, no problem. He's back in his home. But there's a way the community will see him. And know he has a beautiful daughter. And somebody is coming and say, you are going there. This one that killed his wife. The man will say, or this one that killed his daughter.
Yes.
So these are the things, these after effects of those things. It ruins families. Are you with me?
Yes.
So we should try. That's why we're trying to see. Men, we should try. That's where we're emphasizing more on this side chick, because the thing is worrisome. It's worrying me. So
what can you say when a marriage become very toxic for this domestic violence you're talking about right now, when you know that your spouse doesn't really, or your spouse don't have interest in you again? Because it doesn't start one day, like I said. It's not just one day.
It's a build-up.
It's build-up, yeah. So what can you say? Because we are human. When you know that your partner, or when you witness, at times you even feel that your partner is deviating, like it's shifting from you. The communication, the affection, like it's no longer there again. He gets angry or she gets angry over little thing. What do you suggest they do to the point that when it becomes very, very violent, rather than killing themselves? Because I don't want anybody to kill anybody. What do you suggest they do at this point?
I think the only person that can solve that problem, the only people that can solve that problem are the two of them.
Two of them.
Yes. One, like I said, there should be a dialogue.
A dialogue.
One should summon courage.
One should summon courage.
Mostly the man, because you're the man of the house. Call your wife. You know what I mean? Get her, sit her down. Then when you now guess, already you have established a communication. Yeah? When it's not working, that's the time you now feel you want to get maybe the counselors or the parents, you know what I mean, to help you talk.
What if one person is no longer interested in the marriage?
Then that is part of this, should be one of the content of discussion. Oh, I'm no longer interested. Oh, no problem.
Should the other person accept just like that?
Good. If you try to work it out, it's not working. I don't advise you to stay in a toxic marriage that can eventually take your life. It's not a game of death.
Okay, marriage is not a game of death.
No. Rather, it should be a beginning of life. Because you are giving birth to children who continue from you to the next generation.
Okay.
It's not a it. If you try to talk it out and it's over. But at times, let everybody stay apart for a while.
Stay apart for a while.
Yes. I think that's why in one of the communities in the southeast,
yes,
what they do is that the woman will probably go back to the father and stay.
Father. So it's always okay for the woman to retire to the
yes, because
house.
it is assumed that the man is the owner of the house. Then you are as of that time, you are gradually losing your seat as one of the occupants of the woman in the house. So the best thing to do is to retire to your parents.
Retire to your parents.
Then let your mother talk to you.
Talk to you.
Let your father talk to you. Are you with me? When you get there, after a while, because you know this love.
It actually dies?
It doesn't. The real love don't lie. When you have the love of God, it doesn't die.
It does not die.
It does not die.
Someone said that love dies. It's a living thing. When you
if the love, that is the love that dies is the artificial love.
Okay.
In fact, it's not even love they call it infatuation.
Infatuation.
Yes. Then you saw somebody because, like I told you earlier, the person is beautiful, is this, he has money. You marry that person out of infatuation.
Are you in any way saying that we should be open to rejection? When your partner no longer wants you, you should accept.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If the love is there, what you needed is to you people give yourself a gap.
Do you also believe that a woman should always adjust to situation when it comes to the husband? Adjusting to situation like trying to keep your hope, because there are some culture that will say your husband is a roof over your head, so you have to adjust even when what he's doing is not right. At that point you should adjust. Even when you know there's other women in his life, you should adjust. You should just try to please him, just to stay in the marriage. That you should not leave. You should not at any point leave your house. That leaving your house is a sign of weakness. Do you agree with that?
No, the issue of you leaving the house is not a permanent. I'm not saying a permanent departure.
Okay.
Just a temporary. I'll tell you one story. I keep bringing my stepmother because she's a genius. When I was young, we were just talking with her. He told me a story of what happened between she and her husband.
Okay.
I still love that story till tomorrow. He said, my dad went out in the village to see their friends. So I think something must have happened between the two of them. They were not in talking terms. So because their village is very close. My stepmother now, he didn't lock the door. He just left the pots and everything and and went to the parents. The father welcomed her and the mom sit down. But so because the tradition was that if such a thing happened, the man should wake up the following day and go to the father-in-law and knock. My wife later, is she there? They say yes, he's there. He now go to ensure that she didn't go to another place. My dad never did it. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, my dad didn't go there. So my stepmother became worried. So she was ashamed because he wouldn't return without being begged. So my dad's friends in the community had to come and meet him. Simon, come. He said, no, go. I didn't ask her to go.
Okay. So even though you did not ask your wife to go, but your attitude insinuated that she should go, that doesn't mean that she should not go.
Maybe my dad had a reason that she didn't. Maybe what must have happened wouldn't have given her the reason to go.
You know, men has pride. You agree that men has pride. Some of them are very stubborn.
I don't know about my dad, but I know he's a very loving and caring man.
Well, he is your father.
Yes,
so
yes.
You will side him.
Yes, no, he's a loving and caring, and I love him. So what they did was to go and get their friends now had to come together, buy wine and go that place. Then when I knocked, when their in-law now, where is my son-in-law? Oh, he's on his way. So my stepmother was like, he was peeping from the window, let them finish, I want to go back to my home. Okay. So eventually he came back. He said the pot, everything that she left was still the way she left it. My dad was like, so my stepmother now put a stop to.
That was then. It's happened now. You
what happens now? What happens now?
With a snap of finger, you are replaced immediately.
That is why we should.
Waiting for you to
go.
To go.
That means that's what I'm saying. That there's no love.
There is
no. The people that married out of infatuation.
Okay.
So even the fact that because a little bit of jealousy is very good in their marriage.
Okay.
Yes, it adds up because it gives you the protection.
That person actually loves you, right?
Yes. Like maybe your wife went to the market, is not yet back. You are calling the phone, is not picking. And probably at the point you met her in that market, was the point where someone was just asking, please, where is the direction to this place? If the explanation is not really properly advanced to you, you get angry because you're jealous, you love your wife.
That's what they say. When someone stops feeling jealous, that means the person has stopped loving.
But that jealousy shouldn't be acidic jealousy.
Okay, they have acidic one.
Yes, they have an acidic one. The one that leads to acidic stabbing, pouring of abyss.
That's obsession. When you're obsessed with a particular person, you feel like you cannot live with that same person. I heard about some girl cooking a pepper soup, giving to the boyfriend and killing the boyfriend with the other guys, his friends, because, and also killing. Okay, she didn't kill her. Another girl too, also killed herself and the boyfriend because the boyfriend cheated on her. I think that's
what I'm saying. There's no love there.
Obsession.
Because God, like I keep saying, God is love. You don't, what you love, you take care of it. You care for it.
You guide jealously too.
Yes, you guide it jealously.
All right. So, what message would you love to share with individuals who may be experiencing or perpetrating violence? There are people that are experiencing violence. Like we are going to narrate for domestic violence. There are ladies right there. There are men too experiencing domestic violence, and there are also perpetrators of this violence. Like we say, what message do you have for them?
There is a simple and general message that we should, as much as we can, within our ambit of love, not law this time around, establish communication. And that's where I keep telling you that marriage counselors and psychologists are very, very necessary this time around.
Okay.
Yes. They should be able to avail themselves with their contacts. Maybe subsequently in this program, be able to display the number.
Okay.
So that they can have access to such things. Because, like we said, it just needed a little bit of clicking. The marriage will come back. It's not about maybe the pastor announcing to you that no. The pressure. There's a lot of pressure these days. Some people that maybe the economy is harsh and all these things. I know. But then let it not affect your reasoning. So I'm advising those who are in that situation. We have all gone through it. And we came out unscratched. So they should keep faith. Let their thinking of action, the immediate action, mislead them into doing something that they will regret. It's better you stay, you avoid that thing that would have made you go to jail. Even if jail is just 1 month, jail is jail. Then going through it for a year, after 20 years you come out good, and they will call you, announce you, and I said you are the best marriage counselor in the world. So that's my advice to them.
All right, thank you so much. And that has been the Matter Dei with Mr. Matter Dei. So tell us, any updates?
Yeah, the update is we are still on our. I had a meeting this morning with the chairman of CARO, National Union of Tricycle Owners.
Okay.
We have been able to talk to him. I was in a meeting this morning with him, and he jumped to the offer of collapsing most of their association into this moral rebranding.
Wow, that would be awesome.
Yes, so we're moving. We're gathering people. Matter Dei is becoming a family, a big family.
I love that family.
NYC is there, defense is there, youth is there. It's becoming we are moving. We need to move as a family so that we can rebuild Nigeria. We are gradually working towards repositioning Nigeria for global acceptance. That's the aim, and we're going to do it.
Yes,
and I want to thank NYC for the platform they set.
All right, thank you so much. This is us saying bye till we come your way again. Don't forget to always like and follow us on our social media handle at NYC Radio TV or at Ajuwaya Media. Elizabeth Ikone saying bye. I love you.